Guys, I'm super excited. So this year, this is my vision board for 2026. So I'm focusing on several things. One, my career. So I work full-time in finance, but I'm also a content creator and an actress. I actually just did 2 auditions today that my talent agency sent me. Travel, I have 3 trips already booked and ready to go. DC, Puerto Rico, and Japan. Relationships, dating. This one's really hard for me because this one I can't control. Like, I can work hard and put out content and kind of control that, and how well I do on auditions with taking acting classes, or I have some control over that. I have control over this. I have no control over how the man folk out here be acting. And I be on Threads and I be reading some of this stuff, and like that they're mean, like mean spirited, just divas, or I don't know. And maybe it's where I'm at in Threads, like the stuff that like pops up. Like I see a lot of stuff of men talking about humbling women in 2026. And or like women are talking about like wanting to date because they've gotten their career and all their stuff together and kind of like pitching themselves on Threads. And then men are like, oh, you would be married if you would have focused on like being a wife instead of like career and education and stuff, which is like, what? And then they would be saying, oh, what do you bring to the table if you didn't have, career and education? But that's neither here nor there, whatever. I'm also focusing on eating healthier and going to the gym. So you've seen some of the content of me trying to make meals at home, trying to just be more intentional about what I put in my body. You'll be seeing some workout videos. You'll be seeing me doing some dating videos. Like, you'll be following me along on this journey. We're going to go over finance, so budgeting. So I'm actually really good with finance. I don't too much need a budget, but I'm going to create a budget for the sake of those who watch me. If you need a budget or help with your finances, but I am creating a budget in the sense that I want to save more money than what I currently am, because I'm wanting to open up an assisted living facility. I actually have my state license and all of that to do that. We'll talk more about opening up an ALF later on as we focus more on, career and that aspiration of like where I'm going to go in my career. And then we have education. So I am thinking about going back to school to get a second master's degree. And I told my my boss that during my end of the year performance review, and he was like, "Why? Like, people go to school to get a job. You got a job. Now, if you want to learn something new," because I wanted to learn data analytics, like a master's in data analytics, because everything is AI. I need to like keep up. And he's like, by the time you graduate, the AI that you've learned will be like pretty obsolete. So like, just get hands-on experience. Like, so I might hold off on that, but education isn't just, getting a degree, right? It's learning new things. I don't know how to swim. Maybe I'll learn how to swim this year. Maybe. But also just other things. So I do Mandarin. I took Mandarin in school. I lived in China for a bit. I'm wanting to really dive deeper into that and, take the fluency test at the end of the year. So again, like, that's going to all be under the realm of education. But in the middle of all of it is my faith. It's Christ. Because he's literally in the details and all throughout this vision board. Literally, if you look at, you see here, it says Jesus. And if you look at throughout my vision board, you'll see these little papers where it says Jesus is in the details, if you're actually really looking at the board. But I prayed about this board. I invited the Lord to guide me on what I need to focus on. And so I'm trying to be very intentional about the categories that I picked, but actually what's going to be really the focus of the categories, right? Saving money and eating at home. That's 2 aspects, right? I'm going to save money, but also I'm going to eat better eating at home and have more whole foods, and I know what's going into it. And so that's just like, again, body, spirit, mind, it's all connected. the dating aspect of it. So I am going to like, I don't know if you guys are on dating apps. I'm not on any dating apps. I don't know how I'm actually going to meet anybody. I guess I'm about to like run across somebody at Home Depot. But I think about getting on dating apps and I'm like, oh, cringe. But I feel like that's like how everybody meets people. So maybe I'll do an episode or like a short, whatever, where we go over creating a dating profile in 2026. Like, what's going on the profile? Like, what's in your about me? What kind of photos are you putting up? What kind of things do you do? I don't know. It might be real cringe, but I might get to that point. It's only January, so I'm not too pressed about the dating aspect of the vision board. My main focus is really on travel right now and the health aspect of it, of going to the gym. You guys see the cooking videos, and then of course Christ. So I created a Bible study, myself and a couple other ladies, where we dive into the scriptures. I kind of facilitate the lessons and like help them to get a deeper understanding of the word. So I think that's going to be amazing to help me, because if you teach people, you know that when you are the teacher, you learn so much more, because you have to really understand from the front to back in depth of what's going on, so that you can then teach it to someone else. So I'm excited for all the things that I'm going to learn in my own personal growth, but also being able to help other people. And maybe I'll post some of the clips or things from the scripture study. Maybe not the whole thing, just because not everyone wants to be on camera. So, and I respect people's privacy. But I'm excited about this board. Did you guys create a vision board? Do you have like New Year's resolutions that you're working on? Like, what are y'all doing? Also, in the comments, tell me like what's on your dating profile. I know you got one. So we will catch up in a couple days. Have some more videos that I'm gonna share with you guys of just working out. I'm gonna do a couple videos of modified workouts. So if you are dealing with chronic illnesses, like myself, and I have skin issues, that's the chronic issue, but it causes fatigue and like, soreness. And so how to do workouts when you are dealing with that, so that you could still be moving intentionally and not hurt yourself or cause yourself more pain. So I'm going to go into workouts to do when you're not flaring. You can just go in. Those are going to be a little bit more hardcore, but then also how to modify things that you want to work on, so that you can be mindful of, yes, gentle movement, but also of your body and where you're at in that particular time. Yeah, it's going to be exciting.